Hi guys, in the previous video we saw how to bind a data basically using a link queue. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it using a custom data or something like that. So I'm going to delete this piece of code, and I have another project. So I'm going to or else I'll try to type a class. So I'm going to have a class here called, I'm going to pause the video, I'm going to type a class and then get back to you guys. Okay, here we go. Yeah, everything's ready. So so this is what happens when you record. If you don't have the experience to record, sorry, this is .address b. Okay, now it's ready. So I have a constructor, overloaded constructor, so this constructor, what it does is like it picks these two values and sets the name and address, and then I have two properties, name and address. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to hook this name and address to the grid view. That's what the main focus is. Okay, so before that, let me show you if I try to hook that with the list. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a list of type customers. Okay, and this one is called as my list equals new, comes click. Now in this list I'm going to add the objects of customers. So let me create a customer object, customers, cust equals new customer, and I'm going to instantiate it here with a and we'll give an address blah blah blah, something like that, and I'm going to paste it repeatedly here. So delete this particular one. So I've created four objects. So my list dot add, what I'm going to do is I'm just hard coding it, so don't do that. It's really a bad practice. That's it. So now once this is done, let's try to bind this grid with this list to the grid view. Okay, GridView dot data source equals my list. Okay, so we'll do the grid view binding. Okay, Databind. So let's see what happens. Let's run this particular program. I'm going to pause this video. We'll get back to you soon. So there you go. It got binded automatically. If you're still not able to bind or something like that, you find it really difficult, you have a very complex data. Let's say it's a dictionary. So you have methods in the dictionary object. Say for example you have a dictionary called as my dictionary. Instead of my list we have a dictionary. So this my dictionary, if I have this one as a my dictionary, let's say for example, so this my dictionary dot to list, there will be a method. So you can convert that one using that particular method to a list, and then you can bind that one. Still, if you are not able to bind that one, your data is really complex and messy. So in that case, what you have to do is, it's pretty interesting feature. So this is how we used to do it, like in ASP.NET 2.0, which are the basics that each and every developer has to know it. So what property can make this particular column 0, column 1 and column 2 to get disappear? So let's go to this design page and we'll say auto column generated columns equals false. That's it. So if I do that one, it takes a bit of time. Sorry, my system is really slow, and very sorry for that. So still it's not been reflecting it. That's because we have to add some of the templates. So this one is called as a smart tag. So click on the smart tag and go to edit columns. Try to add about 2 bound field. Okay, so just give a text name, call as name, and this one as address, and don't forget to select each one of them and convert that one to a template field. So after doing that one to a template field is click OK. Okay, now what happens is you have 2 fields, which is name and address, that got binded. So what's going to happen next is, if you go and see the source code, you would be able to see this ASP.NET template field that we clicked on the link, right? The moment you clicked on the link, it converts that particular field into a template field. So when you convert that one to a template field, what happens is you have another 2 fields getting added. One is edit template, another edit item template, and another one is item template. These 2 templates are going to be really handy when we are dealing with the advanced feature, like if you want to add a button, an insert button or something like that. So let's say we're going to add some buttons. I'm going to add a button field. Click OK. Now buttons are being added. So say for example you don't need this link button, you need the particular button, no, the real button. So let's delete this one. If you want to add the basic button, normal button is, I'm going to add the button field and go here and change the button type to button and click OK. You get the real button, not the link button. Now if you want to add the insert, update and delete particular buttons, .NET 3.0 or 2.0, whatever might be, you will be having this particular button which has been provided in .NET. So that's the beauty of this one. So if you want to add an edit, update or cancel, select button or delete button or something like that, you can click add and select this particular delete button, click add, and don't click on this one, let it be as it is for the button and click OK. Now you get the edit button, link button and the delete link button. Same way, if you want to go and change if you don't like the link, then change that one to button, select this delete button, change that one to button, click OK. Now it's been changed to button. So the next video, what we're going to concentrate is how to add code for these buttons in the code behind file, so that logically we would be able to delete these particular rows. So let me run this particular one. I'm going to pause this video because my system is really slow and I'm very sorry for that. There you go. Now we are not able to view the particular data because we have added templates here. So why the reason behind I have added the templates is there will be sometimes classes in which you'll have several properties, but you don't want to expose all the properties, you want to expose only some of the properties. In that case, what happens is you need to believe on this particular thing called as this templates that you created. So you need to get the hold of this one. So how to get the hold of this one, I'm going to show you in another couple of minutes. So click on the smart tag, go to edit templates. You have 2 things called as item template and edit item template. So as I showed you in the source code, there are 2 templates. So click on this item template. First we're going to focus only on the item template. Okay, so click on this particular label and do edit data binding. So in the text particular property, go to custom binding and you have to type this particular JavaScript expression, bind name. Click OK. So like that. We're going to do it for, so this is like for column 0. This is the first column. The first column is name, the second column is address. So we have binded the data with the name field. We still haven't done with the address column. So for that you have to go here and select item template, in the label to go here, edit data binding, select the text property and give bind. It's going to be address. And once you do that, click end editing template, save this particular one. Now the data is bound to the particular grid. Now let's see what happens when we run this particular program. We'll pause this video and we'll get back to you soon. There you go, we are now able to see this one. So that's how the custom data binding is using the template fields is very handy. Sometimes you might be having the IDs over here. Let's say you have picked from the data and this is going to be your data access layer or something like that. So you don't want, if you have this particular one in the in one of your class, say ID, we don't want to display the particular ID. So to shade that particular one, what we do is we go to this particular grid view and we create our template as I showed you, and this is how the custom data binding is really handy for the developers. So I hope this video would be informative and you guys would have enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video about the most complex way of dealing with grid view, and the next video is going to be how to add logics. So when I click this edit button, how I'm going to edit this particular field, and when I click this edit button, how I'm going to delete this particular row. So stay tuned. Thank you. Bye bye.